Here in Thailand, we find a large variety of different kinds of avocados. It's surprising and interesting because the original source of avocados is from Latin America, and these are just cultivars, varieties that come out of the horticulture industry. My interest is that there are so many varieties. I don't know which one tastes good. I don't know how to determine which one is ripe or not. And the value is that they all come ripe at different times of the year. So generally speaking, I'm likely to have at least one variety of avocado available to me. But if they're brand new to me, check this out. That is an avocado, but I've never eaten this kind of avocado before. I don't know if it tastes funny. Maybe it's really good. Let's find out about that. So this sort of avocado has been represented to me as being a Vietnamese variety. In some circles it's called a 034 or number 34 avocado. Now usually they get names for the family that cultivated it originally, like the Haas, for instance. And this one is kind of curious that there's just a number. Maybe the Vietnamese name is hard to pronounce for some people. Some people call it the long neck avocado or something like that. It's kind of funny. It seems to be coming ripe at this end. Now it's well known that avocados ripen at the stem end and work their way down to the blossom end. So in this case, it does feel kind of firm here. Gives a little bit of pressure, but down here I can see that. Yeah, it's a wiggly. It's a wiggly avocado. So let's cut this sucker open and see what it's really about. And if it's not edible, of course, I will have learned a little bit. But this softness and this flexibility in the end leads me to wonder what that's going to be like. Being careful not to slice myself open too. By the way, this label here, I bought this in a local Thai grocery store, and there is no clue as to which variety it is. Sometimes we get Haas avocados imported from Peru, and of course they announce proudly that it's imported from Peru and that's a Haas avocado because you're going to pay more for that one. That's a sort of backup plan for guacamole making in Thailand. Yeah, the end here is pretty firm, but I think it's kind of funny. It's really ripened at different rates. Okay, let's pop it open. Now, yeah. Well, you're learning here with me. This is not it's not the pit or the seed is not round at all. And some of the tactics we use for opening up the avocado, wow, doesn't really apply here. Look at that. It's all pointy. And looks like there's another feature here that's worth looking at. Inside here, yeah, it looks like a kind of a crust. Looks like a kind of a crust here that I need to dig out. Yeah, it's like a skin. It's a little leathery or papery. That would sort of get in the way. But let's cut to the chase here. See what this tastes like. Yeah, right in here, right on the neck. It's pretty soft. Seems creamy. Here we go. Okay, now with avocado, the flavor is always a sort of bitter note. If you eat one that's too unripe, it's going to be very bitter. That's going to fade away as it ripens, but it seems to be always there. So is a sort of grassy note, an herbal flavor. But I'm not getting any bitterness at all with this. It's kind of nutty, actually. I like that. Yeah. Oh boy. That's almost sweet. I don't know about a scale of 1 to 10, with sugar being 10, etc., etc. Or whether to compare it with a banana or something like that. A banana is usually, here, Gloy Hom. These are what's known as Gros Michel bananas. They're available here in Thailand. And they're very sweet. They're got to be 4 or 5 on the sweetness scale, whereas this is like a 2 or 3. But compared to most avocados, this is very nice, very sweet. The other end of this, the blossom end of the avocado, is firm, and I'm curious to know whether it's going to be, yeah, that's very firm. Normally you would question whether this is edible or not. I'm curious. Yeah, it's hard to spoon it out. That's a sort of, gauge of avocado's doneness. If you can use a fork to separate it out or a spoon. This required a knife. Yeah, it's firm. Oh, a little bitter. So it's really ripening at the neck end. But down here, not yet. So we've learned something new about these funny Vietnamese avocados with a strange, flexible neck. Hope you enjoyed it. Try to come back with more stuff like this pretty soon.